Welcome, friends. Welcome to Maundy Thursday. Today we have reached again the sacred holiest days in the Christian calendar. Today, Maundy Thursday, marks the beginning of the services that culminate in Easter. And tonight we remember Jesus' Last Supper with his disciples. We've decided again this year that tonight's celebration, Maundy Thursday, isn't something we can reproduce well online. This has been a year of growth for us at Holy Communion in a lot of ways. By our best estimates, our online attendance is about double what our in-person attendance was before the pandemic. But Maundy Thursday is a reminder that some of what we do as a Christian community, it requires closeness. It requires intimacy. It requires physical proximity. Tonight, we remember Jesus' intimate last moments with his disciples. The stories we read are full of physical closeness. John's gospel even tells us that Jesus and one of the disciples cuddled after the meal. This is the night of Holy Week before the big public drama of Good Friday. Jesus' public judgment and execution. That's all tomorrow. And tonight is when we remember when Jesus gathered with his closest companions. Usually we mark this night with a big soup supper here at the church. It's a potluck. We all bring food and share in the meal. Then we read the story of Jesus' Last Supper. One of the ways we mark this night absolutely won't work in the pandemic. We wash one another's feet. On this night, again, John's gospel tells us Jesus washed the feet of his disciples. Our church has interpreted that tradition kind of radically. We wash one another's feet. And the tradition, it can feel a bit random. You might end up washing the feet of someone in your household, or you might end up washing a stranger's feet. We definitely don't keep our social distance as we mark this night. And it's uncomfortable because it's intimate. We remember that this night Jesus washed his disciples' feet. Jesus tells them, "I am among you as one who serves." And the disciples had a hard time remembering. And those disciples would sometimes jostle for power and position. And they would argue about who was the greatest. Jesus had to remind them again and again, his movement wasn't about power. Jesus preached a message of radical solidarity with the poor, with those who were excluded because of religion, race, gender, or status. This is a faith that asks us to step down from power and to serve those who are the least of these. That is the radical love that Jesus commands of his followers. Not a self-serving love, but an other-serving love. The love of Jesus takes us out of the center and asks us to serve. And this is also the night when we remember the great sacrament of Eucharist. Because so many of us grew up with it, for some of us, the intimacy of communion can feel natural. This is the night when we remember that during his last meal, Jesus broke bread and shared it with his disciples. Jesus passed a common cup. He said, "This is my body, and this is my blood." Jesus offered himself to his closest friends. Receiving communion is an intimate act. It reminds us that we follow a Savior who led in a way of self-offering love, radical self-offering love. Making our way down that center aisle, kneeling or standing shoulder to shoulder, opening our hands, we are close-knit together. So tonight we can't offer a normal Maundy Thursday. We decided that a filmed service wouldn't have the same effect on this night. It wouldn't have anything close to the intimacy, the physical closeness that is at the heart of this particular day. So we offer instead a service you can do at home. If you live together with others, share an intimate meal. Tell stories. Remember the story of Jesus' Last Supper. If you live alone, still have a nice meal tonight. Read the story. Remember those times of intimacy. Know that we will find our way back together again. We will do it in ways that are safe Because our tradition says that bodies matter, closeness matters, we are foregoing our traditions again this year out of self-offering love for others, for the most vulnerable. The one part of Maundy Thursday that we felt we could do on camera, and in a way we had to do, comes at the end of the service. At 7 p.m. tonight, we will broadcast the stripping of the altar. After the washing of feet, after the meal, the church is prepared for Good Friday. We will remove all the decorations, even the bright brass cross is removed, so that on Good Friday, a simple wooden cross can be brought in. So perhaps tonight, when you finish your meal, tune in at 7 o'clock, or whenever you finish, it'll be archived, but tune in and watch the stripping of the altar. Wherever this start to the great 3 days of Holy Week finds you, know how much I wish we could be together, huddled close. Know that God's love for you is intimate. You are welcome in that upper room. You are welcome as a member of Christ's body. May this Holy Week, as different as it is, help remind you that Jesus offered his life out of love for you.